Yeah, women really fucking hate nice guys. You know, we want you to just roundhouse kick us in the face, you know? Hi. So, I was watching Neil deGrasse Tyson, as one does when they're scripting videos, and all of a sudden, this 1 hour long advertisement pops up, right? And I begin watching it out of curiosity because why the hell is there a 1 hour long advertisement in front of my video, right? And that is when I unfortunately discovered a man that goes by the name of Christian Hudson. So I'm watching this advertisement amusingly for like probably 5 minutes, and I visit the advertiser, and there is, first of all, red flag, a 15-minute timer, which is like a scam timer. Okay, so I was looking into these timers, and they're actually called e-commerce countdown timers. Fancy, I know, but they basically sell this false scarcity of like limited product or a limited time offer, and it boosts urgency in the buyer so that way they feel like they're getting a better deal and they need to be urgent about their decision, and it often leads to the person making an irrational decision too fast, believing that they're getting a better deal and then buying the product. And the thing is, this timer isn't even done well. I've seen out of the fucking back alley weird sites have timers that don't reset when you refresh the page. This is a shittily done timer. Like, you just have to refresh the page and you know that it's fake. It's so dumb. But anyway, yeah, e-commerce countdown timers. Don't fall for this. Okay, editing Riley out. But the scam timer was the least of my problems when I was looking through this website. So he has videos. One second, let me get my phone. But this guy, he has a YouTube account as well. It's been going on for a while too. It's been going on for I think 7 years. I don't remember, but it's like been going on for a while. He's been uploading shit for a long time. Here, he has video titles such as How to Be Confident Around Women, Stop Being a Nice Guy. Yeah, women really fucking hate nice guys. You know, we want you to just roundhouse kick us in the face, you know? Like, stop being the nice guy, dude. 5 ways to express your desire. And my favorite, Girlfriend Activation System version 1. Because apparently girlfriends are fucking robots. Now, Christian Hudson says his videos are only for men. His videos are only for men. Women, get the fuck out. But I thought since these are videos trying to train guys into how to get a girlfriend, and I am a female, I would react to it and give my perspective on this circus. Okay, let's get into this 47-minute long video. This is gonna be a ride. We've got the bullshit glasses on. Oh, also, sorry for the glare. I hope it doesn't, like, bother you out of my glasses. I don't know.
Warning. The following presentation does not apply to women and is only for men who want to make a woman obsess over. Presentation shares breakthrough psychological techniques which work fast and give men complete control of dating and relationships. You're about to hear from an award-winning expert in the science.
Complete control over. I don't think dating and relationships, just anyone should have complete control. That's unhealthy, right? Okay, whatever. You're about to hear from an award-winning expert in the science of dating. What awards? Okay, I'm looking him up after this, and we're gonna find out what awards he's getting. What awards, dude? A participation trophy? Editing me here. So, I was looking through his shit, right? And I found this site. It's 8 a.m. I'm not gonna be digging in public f***ing records right now. I'm too lazy for that. So I'm just taking my information from this site. Do I know if it's credible? No. Do I care to know if it's credible? No. Once again, it's 8 a.m. Everything I say is alleged right here. Don't know if it's credible, but I'm just going off this. Don't sue me. Here's the real kicker. He's a relationship coach and he's single. And later on in this article, it was going on about how he has no previous wife. Like, in public records, he doesn't have like he has one known relationship and no public records of him ever getting married. And in his Social Man video, I'm pretty sure he mentions his wife, or he is getting married or some shit. Skip to that right now if he does.
I'm now engaged to the woman of my dreams, so
But regarding the awards he's won, he used to be a Canadian singer-songwriter, and he gained international fame for his single Four Leaf Clover, this article says. And he was the winner of the 2015 Calgary Stampede Talent Search, where his win garnered international media attention, and he donated his prize money to charity. I mean, that's cool. I can appreciate that. And then he went on to scam lonely men and use this weird ass Canadian knockoff talent search award in his video, saying he's an award-winning dating coach. Yeah, you won an award, but it wasn't about dating. It was about some weird ass song no one's heard of that you won in a weird knockoff Canadian talent search. Like, that's very misleading. That's very sleazy. That's a very sleazy tactic. But yeah, those are the awards he's won, and he's a dating coach that is single, allegedly. I'll link this article in the description, but yeah. Editing Riley out. Okay.
Science of dating, psychology, and human behavior, who is taught to sold-out audiences around the world.
Hey, my name's Christian. One more warning, if you're a woman, this presentation is going to make you uncomfortable, because the discoveries I'm going to share about what women want, what they secretly crave, are really before. And by tapping into this secret knowledge, you will have what it takes to make any woman obsess over you.
Okay, you know, I'm taking off the glasses because there's too much glare, but...
Years. Then I don't want you making the same embarrassing and expensive mistakes that I did. See, like most guys, I used to think that money, looks, and a nice car were the way to a girl's heart and her pants, but they're not. And I learned this in the most humiliating way possible. In my mid-20s, I was the sort of guy you look at and think, wow, but he gets laid a lot.
No one thinks you're a dude getting laid a lot. I'm just telling you right now. I'm just being honest. I'm not even trying to make fun of you, dude, but no one thinks you're getting laid a lot.
Sing my car at the track and dressed in Hugo Boss suits, but despite all of this, I rarely got numbers and I almost never got past first dates. I really had no idea how to talk to girls and I was just painfully insecure. So when this one waitress named Christine gave me her number, I was really nervous. Because deep down, I thought she was better than me. I just thought she was so pretty, and I would have killed to have sex with this girl. And the more that I thought...
Okay, that's all you thought about? Okay, that's why girls don't like you, okay? If you're a douchebag, only thinking of getting in their pants, yeah, no shit, no one's gonna want to be in a relationship with you, like, come on. And you already know just by looking at this dude, he has a dry-ass personality.
That I wanted her to be my girlfriend. In my mind, and I can't really explain this, but she's just so perfect for me. So when I finally convinced her to go out with me, I went all out, man. I spent over $600 on 3 dates with her, and except for one lousy kiss on the cheek, got absolutely no signals from her the entire time.
I spent $600 and the bitch didn't even spread her legs.
About how she felt for me. $600 freaking dollars. The worst
$600
part was that she seemed to
freaking
like me less and
dollars?
less after every date. After the third date, I didn't hear from her for the entire week. I was just so nervous.
Cause you're a dry ass dude with no personality who thinks that you can pay for her to spread her legs on a date. Like, come on.
I sent her 6 texts. I left her 3 voicemails. I was really hoping to turn things around. And, you know, it's ironic.
Yeah, you were blowing up her phone and spam calling her. No wonder she ignored you and didn't want to go on the next date. You were probably insane.
I'd only use a sex technique that I'm going to teach you in a minute. None of this would have happened.
This sex technique?
Anyway, she finally called me, and get this.
The sex technique.
Drunk, and she crashed her car. She wasn't hurt, but she did get put under house arrest for the next 2 months. But did I get the hint that she didn't want to see me anymore? Well, heck no, I thought, this is my chance. I could be her knight in shining armor. I can take care of her while she's trapped at home. So I asked her...
This man hears that she got in an awful, horrific accident, and she's on house arrest, and his first thought is not, oh my god, I feel so bad for her. It's, how can I twist this around to make me look really good? It's like so weird and disconnected listening to this dude talk about how he went on a date with a girl she was obviously not interested in. He got really fucking r***y with her.
Would be a good time to see her, but she just kind of avoided the question. So, you know, me being persistent and wanting her to be my girlfriend more than ever, I hatched a plan to surprise her 2 days later. I wrote a $50...
Okay, so she said that she had gotten in a really bad car accident and she was on house arrest. And then she completely ignored me when I said that I was going to come over to her house. She completely ignored it and acted like she didn't want me to do it. So you know what I did? I spent $100 and I went over to her house without her consent. Take a hint. What are you doing, my guy? Take a hint. She doesn't want to be with you. She doesn't want to be near you. She made up a story about getting into a car crash and had obtained a criminal record just so that way she would not have to be around you. As soon as you said, hey, I can come over and help you out, and she said no, it should have been quite obvious. Like, does this dude have no, like, common sense?
Our trip sushi, $80 flower arrangement. I even bought her some comfy, sexy pajamas from Victoria's Secret.
Yeah, girl tells you not to come over to her house. You know what you do? Buy her some sushi and lingerie. Even though she has very clearly indicated she has no interest in you. Yeah, get her some lingerie. That'll help.
Just as I was walking up to the house, sushi tray in one hand, Victoria's Secret bag in the other, the door opened. But it wasn't Christine. It was a guy. He was kind of scrawny and dorky looking, but he wasn't wearing a shirt.
I love how this dude in the animation tries to make himself look like an anime boy, like just a cute little innocent puppy, and then the dude answering the door looked like Napoleon Dynamite. Sure, that's an accurate depiction.
Really messy. And then I saw Christina. She came to the door wearing nothing but a bedsheet that was wrapped around her. I could see her saying, yeah, that's me, to the flower delivery guy. She looked kind of confused. And then her eyes landed on me. Her face, it turned to shock and horror, as if I'd done something wrong. And she started yelling at me, asking,
yeah, you showed up to her house after she had very clearly expressed that she doesn't want you to and never said yes to you coming over. And now you come over to her house making it look like she's cheating on the dude that she's pretty obviously with. Like, yeah, obviously she's horrified that you're showing up to her house without her consent with lingerie, sushi, and flowers. You are the guy in the wrong here, dude.
She rejected all of my gifts.
Yeah.
She told me never call her again, and she slammed the door right in my face. I felt like I wanted to throw up. Flower delivery guy asked me if I wanted to get a drink, but all I wanted was to be a guy who didn't have stuff like this happen to him. I was so angry. Not just because Christina was having sex with another guy.
He says that as if he was with Christina and she had no right to be sleeping with other guys when he wasn't even in a relationship with her. And she had made it very clear she did not want to be in a relationship with this dude. Like, I'm seeing this story from this guy's perspective and he even looks bad right now.
I thought it was going to take a lot of hard work, a ton of learning to actually land a girl like Christina again. So I left my business, I moved to New York, and I went to work for one of the world's best-known pickup artists. I wanted to practice with more girls, so I usually went out about 5 nights a week. I read every ebook, I watched every DVD, I learned every trick I could find. And things actually started...
This guy met with a master pickup artist to not be single. Does he realize that there's not a formula? Like, there isn't a formula to getting girls. You can't just whip out fucking E=mc² on a bitch and be like, you're mine now. Like... You can't just Pythagorean theorem a hoe and all of a sudden she's yours. Like, that's not how humans work. That's not how humans work. You cannot get half the population to be attracted with you and compatible with you in a relationship. I'm sorry. That's common sense, but whatever.
And after spending thousands in bar tabs and taxi fares, letting my health go down the drain, and only hooking up with cheap, gross bar sluts I'd meet at 1:30 a.m., I realized that being an alpha pickup artist was absolutely not what I wanted. I didn't have a real job at this point, I was in debt, and I was really depressed for about 2 months.
Alpha pickup artist? The is that?
I thought about giving up, but I still wanted to date amazing girls. I didn't want to settle for a life of mediocrity. So what was the one thing that changed and put me in the big leagues, dating famous actresses and models, making them my girlfriends at will, getting as much sex as I could take, being interviewed by CNN, Men's Health, and more, having men around the world line up to pay me thousands of dollars for a weekend of training? Well, it started...
What actresses? I don't know what actresses this dude's dating, but I find it hard to believe that he's been dating and sleeping with all of these actresses, and I've never once heard of his name before this. I mean, tell me if I'm wrong, but this sounds like a load of BS. Yeah, sure, he's sleeping with a ton of actresses.
Started when I read an article in the Huffington Post about this weird thing called Literotica. It's like pornography for the female mind. Think romance novels, but on steroids. Maybe you've heard of that book, 50 Shades of Grey? That's Literotica. And as I read about it more, I was shocked and sometimes disgusted.
Literotica? Okay. What is this guy on, dude? What does he smoke? I need to see this dude's world perspective, because this is, like, insane. Yes, all of us like to read 50 Shades of Grey. The cheesiest goddamn love story I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, we all swoon for it, dude. Now, I can't speak for all of the ladies in the place with style and grace, but I will say Addison Rae does just the job for me. I don't really have to resort to Animal Crossing fanfic, but that might just be me. Maybe I'm not a female. I might just be a grower, not a shower. I'm not sure. But yeah.
Tons of stories are out there about delighting many men at once. And most bizarre of all, about 5% of the stories are about non-consensual sex and other really freaky stuff, and those are hugely popular.
Okay, I wasn't equipped to speak on the fanfic thing, but I can almost guarantee women don't want to be raped. Okay, peace out.
Now, you might think like I did at first, that Literotica must be a small niche, but women...
Dude acts like he's never seen weird stuff on Pornhub. Like, this guy knows this is fiction, right? Also, like, this is not, like, what females actually want. I'm sorry. Like, they might read about it, I guess. Like, some might read about it. But I highly doubt in real life women want all of their freedom stripped from them and they just want to be, like, abused their entire life. Yeah, that's not... Like, this is fiction. This is fiction, and I have met maybe 2 people in my life that read this stuff that are females, but...
Now, you might think like I did at first, that Literotica must be a small niche, but women devour this stuff. In 2008, about the same number of women
No, we don't.
bought Literotica novels as there were men who subscribed to pornography websites, and I don't think I need to tell you that there are a lot of men who subscribe to pornography websites. Literotica...
Sure, okay, whatever. I'm just... Okay.
Literotica is currently the #1 ebook category on Amazon.com. I mean, this is the dark secret that every girl indulges in. Chances are very good that just about every woman you know has gotten off on it at some point. And because this stuff is so weird, and because so many women are addicted to it, I began to wonder, what's really going on with the female brain? Because, let's face it, man, if you ask a woman what she wants, she'll tell you she wants a rich guy who can make her laugh, or a sexy Men's Health cover model, or a confident movie star. And that's her social brain doing the talking, the part of her that would never tell someone about her deep, dark desires. But I once had money, and I learned to make girls laugh, and I was still failing miserably. So I knew that it couldn't really be these superficial things that make women want a man.
Yes, because it's only females that do this. It's only females who don't spill out all of their sexual desires when you ask what they want in a partner. Sure.
Or reptile brain desires. Well, a very different picture emerged. I knew I was onto something. I printed out story after story. I bought book after book. My desk looked like I was in a PhD program. I went through every story with a highlighter. I was looking for the stuff that caused women to become attracted and turned on and eventually to fall in love with a man. And man, it was crazy, because whether the story was about some badass alpha male or even a scrawny innocent beta who she fell for, the things that led to sex and love were always the same. It seemed like there was an obsession storyline, and when a guy in the stories followed it, it made the women want to sleep with him and compulsively fall in love. So I went a little further. I began to read some scientific research and realized that this obsession story is something that women are born with. They literally pop out of the womb programmed to fall for it. And
Okay, I know this is just bad wording, but they pop out of the womb wanting guys to be obsessed with them. I know it's just bad wording, but this guy's like a world-class pickup dude or relationship women expert, so I would think he'd have a dude that goes over the script. Maybe not.
it's pretty simple. It just follows the same obsession story that evolution has hard-coded into a woman's DNA. And what you'll find is that when you're the guy who turns her obsession story into reality, well, she can't help but give herself to you. It's entirely unconscious. She'll tell her friends that it's fate or destiny or something else like that. And it might feel unfair that you're the one in control of the whole process from the moment you meet her until she's your loyal girlfriend. But trust me on this one, even if it hasn't happened to you before, it feels a hell of a lot better than having no control and showing up at your crush's apartment with flowers and food only to find her having sex with another guy. So after months of research, I drew the story out on my whiteboard and I created a step-by-step system of stuff to do and say to imitate it. Now, it didn't work perfectly at first. A few of the steps: his apartment with flowers and food only to find her having sex with another guy. So after months of research, I drew the story out on my whiteboard and I created a step-by-step system of stuff to do and say to imitate it. Now, it didn't work perfectly at first. A few of the steps in the system needed refining. For example, I really don't like approaching girls, and I don't think you should have to practice on 1,000 girls or develop some
Like, okay, listen, I'm not saying this obsession, like, step-by-step process won't work. I'm not a fucking female brain psychology major, but what I will say is I highly doubt this is for a long-term relationship. I'm sorry, but what comes down to if a relationship will work is the compatibility and the personalities of the two people. You know, you're not going to have a long-lasting, happy relationship by using this step-by-step obsession process on a girl. You know, she might like fall for you at first, but it's not gonna be long-term. It's not gonna be long-term. This whole entire weird trying to reenact fantasy literotica with females works for the first 5 minutes. It's not gonna set you up for a long-term relationship, though. You need to be showing your true personality. You need to not be faking a fucking 50 Shades of Grey character. Okay, you need to be yourself, or else you're setting yourself up for failure. That's just what it is. That's how I see it. Like, this guy is not setting up for long-time success. He's setting you up for a couple dates, hook up, done. Like, and if that's what you want, great, but I don't even think this process is necessary. Show interest in a girl. If she wants to mess around, mess around. If she doesn't, who cares? You don't need to be a fake Literotica character to get girls, and if you do, that's sad, and you need therapy. Sorry.
It always seemed like a minefield to me, like one wrong move and I would get completely blown up. And I know I'm not alone in feeling this way. Now, it turns out that these landmines are intentionally set by women, and I hate to tell you, but they are always going to be there. That's because every woman's obsession story involves a guy who overcame resistance to get to her. So there's no way around it. I'm sorry to tell you, you have to know your way through this minefield.
These will place mines all over trying to blow your up, and you gotta know how to not get blown up. Women are trying to kill you. Like, what? Okay.
You have felt the same frustration of having a girl lose interest in you and not knowing exactly why. Well, it took me a while to figure this one out, but by applying the obsession story I learned at Literotica, I figured out exactly what girls wanted, so I just never stepped on these landmines ever again. In fact, when I began to follow the system, girls would casually mention that I made all the right moves. They'd say that it felt like I was one step ahead of them, and they loved it, so they started putting effort into winning me over. And let me tell you, the first time that a total hottie tries to seduce you, you just can't help but smile. I had notes dropped off at my door that were sprayed with perfume, sweet little gifts like candy and DVDs.
What were the CDs, huh? What were the CDs? Best Barney Moments, 1996. CDs and DVDs. No bitch is gonna send you CDs and DVDs. I don't know how long ago he was in these relationships. Was that a thing? Was that a thing? Did people drop off CDs and DVDs to people's doorsteps that they liked? Was that a thing? I've never heard of that. I don't think that's a thing. Is that a thing? What were they sending the CDs though? Like, if they were sending games, that's a different story though, dude. Someone sent him Resident Evil on the Wii. Hell yeah. Wait, oh my god. I'm just gonna take a few notes on how to win guys over, okay? Okay, ladies, listen here. Here's my advice, my step-to-step process on how to get a guy, okay? I've been studying this, taking notes, drawing up on my board, a step-by-step process. I've been studying male literotica for years. Ladies, listen up, okay? The most important part of this is the CDs and DVDs, but not any CD or DVD, okay? If you're not sending him Ben 10, Alien Force, Vilga or Tax, or Resident Evil Archives, you lost him. It's over. It's done. You gotta send him the CDs and DVDs, and you gotta send him these CDs and DVDs. The PS5 also helps though, I'm just gonna say. For more of my step-to-step process of how to trap a man in a relationship, subscribe to my newsletter. Only $600 a month, and you get awesome tips like this every day. Might as well quit your job and read my newsletter to find a man. I mean, you know, I'm a master pickup artist. Give me money.
I managed to create a simple text-by-text system that just followed the obsession story. I even tested this part of the system on a gorgeous female friend who had a very wealthy and good-looking boyfriend. Worst case, you know, I thought she'd see me as a love-struck dork, but since she'd already made it really clear to me that she only saw me as a friend, I thought, what the hell? The results? After making out with me in a taxi one night, she dumped him for me 2 days later. I sure didn't mean for that to happen. She and I were...
I love how he's bragging about it. I love how he's bragging that he's a home-wrecking douchebag. Yeah, I texted this and seduced her and made her break up with her loving boyfriend. Lady Master 67 over here, what can I say? Oh my god. Okay.
We're just friends, and I tried it on her to see how she would respond, but unfortunately, she got really clingy and needy, so I needed to let her go.
I seduced her, made her fall in love with me. She broke up with her boyfriend after I got her to cheat on him. She got too clingy, though. She got too clingy after her boyfriend left her. She got too clingy, so I had to kick her off. Whatever, you know? Back to my pickup line setting, dude.
When to go for the first kiss. But I figured it out, and I'll tell you what I learned in just a little bit, so you'll want to stick around for that. First, though, I'm going to reveal the secret to finding out if a girl will have sex with you on the first date. See, there's a point in every girl's obsession story where she's like, yep, it's finally time to have sex with this guy. And you need to be one step ahead of her so that you make your move at the right moment. Screw this up, and she will very quickly lose a lot of interest in you. In fact, this is exactly what I screwed up with Christine. Some girls desperately want you to have sex with them on the first date, but other girls expect you to wait for a few dates so they don't feel like sluts. So I developed a simple way to figure this out. Here's how it works. When you're asking her out, and I'll tell you exactly how to do that, just casually suggest that she stop by your place first. Now, if she declines the offer, then you know she's gonna need a few dates to get comfortable. No worries at all. But if she says yes, then you've hit checkpoint number 1. It's a pretty good sign that she's DTF, down to on the first date.
That's a pretty good sign that she's DTF, down to haha, if you know what I mean. What was that? No, I don't know what you mean, my good sir.
You want to be almost ready to go when she arrives, but when you answer the door, make sure you're not wearing any shoes, and major bonus points if you have half a glass of wine in your hand. Tell her that you're just finishing an email and ask her if she wants to come in. If she agrees, you hit checkpoint number 2. Now on her way in,
dirty ass floors, make sure you're not wearing shoes in your house, scum.
Ask her if she wouldn't mind taking her shoes off.
If some is walking in my house, yeah, she better take her shoes off. You're not getting your street footprints in my house. I'm sorry. Yeah, you better take off your shoes.
Can I pour you half a glass of wine while I finish my email? If she agrees to that, there's a very good chance that you don't even have to take her out that night. All you need to do is follow my sex date formula. Don't even...
Wait. Did he f***ing put roofies in the wine? There's a pretty good chance you won't have to take her out that night. Because you just drugged her wine. And she's gonna fall into your bed like a ripe apple on a tree. Because that bitch is passed out.
Just follow my sex date formula. And she will fall into your bed
sex date
like
formula?
a
Oh my
ripe
god.
apple off a tree, but so much more enjoyable.
He just looks like a rapist.
Will fall into your bed like a ripe apple off a tree, but so much more enjoyable.
So much more enjoyable.
So you come up with BS like, you can make me laugh, or he's got a good job, or he's well built, because it's socially acceptable to say those things. And sadly, this is really sad, a lot of women even start to believe these things for themselves, so they look for guys who have those things, and while none of that stuff hurts, it's not what actually makes women happy. How do I know? Well, this is the first girlfriend I landed after my system was perfected. I can't show you her face or her name for legal reasons.
Yeah, because she doesn't exist. Oh!
And the reason she wanted me out of the literally hundreds of other guys competing for her, and the reason she paid for most of our dates, is because I just followed my simple system. I activated her obsession story in ways that the rich, good-looking, successful men who were chasing her had no idea how to do. They'd spent their lives making money and getting ripped, and listen, I think those are both great things. More power to you either way. But because all of those guys bought into the same lie about what it took to get a girl like this...
I guess that's fair. Your job, how you're built, stuff like that isn't everything. But his solution to what a girl cares about is also not true. Okay, like every other human, how your relationship is going to be comes down to your compatibility and your personality. This obsession trick might work for a couple weeks, might get you guys into a long-term relationship. It's not gonna work out though because you guys aren't compatible, and it's built on this obsession step-by-step formula that this dude made by studying fiction. Yeah, obviously making a good impression helps. Okay, there's certain things that help, but if you guys aren't compatible, not gonna work out, dude.
How about this girl who has made a lot of money as a cyber girl for the most popular adult men's magazine in the world? She's another real girl who wanted me because I followed this easy system. Now, I'm not showing you these photos to brag or even to exploit these girls' fame. No, I'm showing them to you because I used to be
showing you these photos. My guy, you're drawing them, and I'm not gonna accuse him of lying. I strongly disbelieve that he dated all of these models and Playboy girls, though. Call me crazy, kind of feels like a lie to perpetuate his business. I don't know.
For the first time ever, I'm making my system publicly available. It's called the Girlfriend Activation System. And you know, I thought about coming up with a cooler, trendier name for it, but I settled on this one because it's quite literally how the system works. When you use it, you will activate a woman's obsession story and make her want to be your girlfriend. So she'll commit herself.
Is that on Switch broken? Just pull out the Girlfriend Activation System. Okay, I know he said that the name's dumb, but it's like, it's really dumb. So you might be asking, why is the quality so right now? It's getting late. The video's going on 50 minutes. It's like 40 minutes, whatever. I'm over exaggerating, but like this video is going to be hours long. And listen, okay, I will gladly deliver hour-long videos, but I'm like, this is my third damn video, okay? I'm still getting around the editing thing. There's no way in hell I'm going to be able to upload this by the time that I want to. Okay, here's how this is going to go. This is going to be like part 1 for the Christian Hudson and then I'm going to have a little video series. I'm going to upload some other content in between, but I really want to take a deep dive into this Christian Hudson guy. So this was just like a little overview, fun, like watching his stuff kind of video. The next episodes, you can probably expect me going through some public records, like that, looking into who this dude is, actually getting, you know, into it, analyzing videos. So expected legitimate step-by-step series, but yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not editing. I don't have the willpower to edit 2 hours of footage, okay? I can't, I'm new to this, have mercy on me. And yeah, okay, I'm gonna send you to the end of this video now, and stay tuned for more Christian Hudson in the next week or so, probably a couple weeks. It'll probably be like in 2 weeks. So yeah, okay, bye. Anyway, thanks for watching. Don't give Christian Hudson your money, and bye.